Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I want to talk about the special edition Pre-Mark 2025 Australia Open coins. These are the special fluoro ones, so I've got one of each that I want to go through, and I want to talk about what the potential mintage may be and what that will mean for the potential value in the long term. So these are the ones with the yellow fluoro on it, and they are quite limited, but we don't know the actual mintage of these yet. So we know there's a bit of a chance to get them, but it's a very low chance. So when you buy these from the Australia Post, which is the key retailer where you can buy these from, in these little packs here, so you don't know which one you're getting. You don't know if you're getting one of the standard ones here, which I've got. Let's have a look at this one. So this is the standard light blue one. As you can see, they come up really good quality condition. So you don't know if you're going to get one of those ones or you're going to get one of the fluoro yellow ones, which is the special limited edition one, which is pretty cool. So that's why I want to talk about these ones today specifically, because these ones, obviously you can just go to the Australia Post and get them, but there's a 1 in 10 chance that you can get one of these. So already having something like this where you pay $12, and I don't know how many of these are going to be minted like this in the card. Obviously there's a lot of production and labor to get them at this kind of level, and as you can see, they've actually minted them pretty well. So normally when we see some of these going into circulation, they mint them around the $1 million to $2 million kind of number mark, but having it where it's all kind of enclosed like this and carded, normally we see probably maximum 100,000. I've seen some of the later ones around the 80,000, 60,000 kind of mark. So having that at a kind of guess, I put this one at around the 50,000 mark. This is just absolute guess for me of what the kind of numbers they're going to make for having this, given all the packaging and the processes they've gone through to make it. At a guess, I reckon 500,000 were made of these. And if it's one, and then you've got the men's and women's, so obviously you've got the women's one here, and then you got the men's one here, which is the dark blue, as you can see here. So we've got the dark blue coin, and then you've got the light blue coin, as you can see here. So these are the two different coins that you can get. So at a guess at 500,000 maximum each of those, it means you probably have around 50,000 potentially of these. That's how many they've actually produced. Now, given that they're only really sold at Australia Post, I don't think they're probably going to make it that number. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of mintage numbers there is. But at a probably best case scenario, these will be about 50,000, if not less, which will be really, really cool to see what kind of numbers they come up. Now you can see the kind of quality are absolutely spot on. They're really, really nice. I like this one. I think we've probably got a 69 from a grading point of view. And we'll have a look. This is the male version that I have here. And as you can see, the card, and this is obviously embossed as well, so you can see that it's got a bit of a nice feel. You can see this is the male version of the coloured coin, and both of them come out really nice. They all have the little post preview mark on these. And the ones that went into circulation that you could buy at the post did not have that little post preview mark. I'll put a similar coin up here. So you can see underneath the tennis racket there's no little post mark, and underneath the tennis racket there's a post mark, which you would have seen in the dark blue one here as well. So it'd be very interesting to see what they come up with. Now we're looking at the value of these already on eBay. We're looking at around $85 to $130 on the sold market already for these. But that's because no one actually knows what the kind of mintage is of these yet. So I have seen a set of 4 of these sold that have been graded at 68 for around the $700. Now they have been graded already. But there's not many of these individually sold with this one being graded yet. So I'm definitely pretty keen to send both of mine off to be graded, the special fluoro version, the fluoro yellow, because I think they will be a very low minted kind of number, and I think it will actually add a bit of collectability to it, given that there may potentially be a no number. So we'll probably find out in around September is when the Royal Australian Mint do the annual report, and that's when we'll probably find out what the final mintage is. Now, having a look at some of the older ones that I've got here, obviously you've got like the 2012 poppy sea mint that had a very low mintage. And we've got these ones here. This is around the 5,000. I think this is around the 7,500 mintage. And we've seen some pretty good values on these ones, especially this one. This one's still holding a pretty good value at a PR 70. And we're seeing this one here. This one didn't go as well. This is like the purple poppy, as you saw the silver version. And then we've got another really nice one. This has a really good grade on it. This is the 68 from 2013 sea mint. Definitely well over $1,000 on that one. And another poppy. So I like my poppies. This is just the standard one that goes into circulation. As you can see here, it's still pretty reasonable grade and a pretty good condition. So having a look at these as close as I can, I'm pretty comfortable that it'll be at least a 69. I can't see many imperfections, and if I can try and get as much of a good camera angle as I can, there's really not much to it from a bad production error point of view. Even this one here, the coins themselves actually come up really nice. So definitely very keen to send it off and see what kind of grade it is, and hopefully I'll do a nice little bit of an unboxing soon with some pretty high scores. But I reckon, given the paintwork's come up absolutely spot on. Now they're meant to be yellow like the actual tennis balls themselves, so that's why they have made them yellow. And then they've got obviously the light blue and dark blue, just like the tennis courts and the way they're set up. So they haven't been as popular this series. I don't think as many people are looking at getting it. I kept a few of them unopened. I thought it would be a bit of fun just to keep some of these unopened. You never know in the long term if people are keen to get the unopened versions. Given that there's a few of them out there, I don't think it's going to be that collectible having unopened versions, but I thought, why not? It's something a little bit different to collect and to hold as part of a collection. So I'd love to know if you think these will be worthwhile. If people are not as excited because it's a sports related one, not a war related one, how many people are actually into tennis will be another question, if that's something that is collectible or not. For me, I think it's something quite unique and different, and I like the way they've done it this year. I think it's pretty cool with these cards and having the coins in a really nice little folder, and it's a bit of a lucky dip. I saw that there's some PNCs too at the Perth Money Expo that had that, and you also had the lucky dip, the potential get some of the yellow ones. So definitely value add, I think, if you do have the yellow ones. And like I said, I'd be waiting until we see the annual report coming up later this year to find what the final mintage is, and then that will show the true value of this and see how limited it is. So hopefully you found this informative and a bit of fun. Make sure you do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Dan the Collecting Man. I've got a really good lineup of videos coming up over the next month, so make sure you do subscribe to see what's coming up when it comes to coin collecting. And there's also a link down below for a shout out for a coffee if you want to do a shout out for the channel and for the work that I do. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.